Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Elevated Beauty Podcast. I'm your host, Emily Fouts, and today's episode, I'm going to be talking about what does holistic mean and touching on the vagus nerve a little bit, how that plays into our overall health and well-being, and how our skin also relates to that as well. So if you're interested, as always, just keep on listening. Okay, so I do identify as a holistic esthetician because when I treat the skin, I treat it as a whole. I'm not just treating topically your skin, I'm also taking into consideration what's causing the acne. A lot of times acne is caused by something internally that's going on, and so that's basically what holistic means. It means treating as a whole rather than just one singular thing, if that kind of makes sense. It doesn't necessarily mean like organic, all natural. It means taking everything into account, how everything functions together. So the way that I treat acne, like I said, works that way. So I take into consideration your diet, lifestyle triggers, if there might be a hormonal imbalance going on, if your gut is like leaky, if there's just like poor gut function going on. We kind of try to identify those different triggers and see what we can do to improve that, thus improving your skin as a result of the inner workings of your body, but not benefiting, the inner workings of your body improving. So when you're improving your system as a whole, your skin reflects that. Your skin is an elimination organ. So that's kind of what holistic skincare is. So blah, blah, blah. Enough about that. So anyways, I want to talk about the vagus nerve. This is something that I've recently kind of been enlightened to, and there's a lot more that I actually want to learn about it, but here's what I know so far. What is the vagus nerve? The vagus nerve represents the main component of the parasympathetic nervous system, which oversees a vast array of crucial bodily functions, including the control of mood and immune response. It is responsible for the regulation of internal organ functions and brings information of the inner organs, such as the gut, liver, heart, and lungs, to the brain. So it gets all that information from those internal organs and sends it to the brain. So as mentioned, the vagus nerve has a huge influence on the body, and some things that it influences throughout the body are your mental health, your heart, inflammation and inflammatory diseases, IBS. There are so many things. Like we said, it sends messages to the brain from the whole body. So when it comes to your mental wellness, when you stimulate your vagus nerve, it can decrease stress and anxiety and even symptoms of trauma. So it also increases your vagal tone with the stimulation, which is associated with decreased heart rate, decreased breathing, blood pressure, and an overall calming effect. Also, whenever the vagus nerve is stimulated, the activation of this can accelerate the body's anti-inflammatory response and lowering the body's production of cytokines, which are proteins that control the growth and activity of other immune cells. So, for example, some people specifically, suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, it's a common inflammatory disease, vagus nerve stimulation can actually reduce this disease's severity. So that's just a really good example of how stimulating that nerve has an influence on your body. And we'll get more into how to stimulate that nerve and what else it can do for you. So I've only just scratched the surface of how integral the vagus nerve can be to our overall health, and the stimulation of the vagus is actually quite simple. So here are some ways that you can do that. So you can do a vagus nerve massage. So it's just a gentle massage behind the ear, and there's a branch of the vagus nerve that actually travels near that area. So behind the ear, Gently tugging down on the ear can also stimulate the vagus nerve. You can do a light massage on the side of the neck where you feel your pulse in your carotid artery. So this can improve your vagal tone and instantly calm down an increased heart rate and panicky feelings. So right where you feel your pulse on that carotid artery, just a light massage. You can circle the space under the angle of your jaw anytime you're feeling anxious, and you can do this exercise for 5 to 10 minutes, but stop if you start to feel lightheaded or dizzy. So there's another thing called vagus nerve tapping, and what you do with this is you can gently drum on your thymus point or the midpoint of your chest. And I've seen this done before as like a calming exercise, but I didn't know it had anything to do with your vagus. So this is known as the happiness point, and you can tap here with your pointer and index finger for about 20 seconds or longer if it feels good, while just really focusing on your breath. Then you can do deep breathing. So incorporating this into your daily routine helps you stay regulated. Most of us are shallow breathers, so just taking that intention and that practice to take those deep belly breaths and exhaling longer than you inhale. Another way is to hum, sing, or gargle, which this one's kind of weird for me, but it can help to reduce uncomfortable symptoms like bloating, stomach pain, cramping, and acid reflux after eating. And it can even help apparently improve appetite in people struggling to eat enough. So, just humming, singing. And then you can do progressive muscle relaxation. So this involves tensing and then releasing each muscle group or area of the body for a few seconds, and then moving to the next, starting at one end like the face and ending at the feet. And this allows us to combine somatic mindfulness, relaxation breathing, and muscle tension relief to enhance the parasympathetic nervous drive. So you just tense and then release each muscle group starting at one end of your body and then moving to the next as you reach the other end, which that's something that I might want to try. I haven't tried that one. In this list of things, I'm going to end with one that I actually do, and it's my preferred method. Another one is exercise. Simple exercise can increase your vagal nerve activity, particularly endurance and interval training. Any way that you're able to move your body, though, it can make a positive impact. So this last one, this is one that I saw in a video, and it's what I personally do. So what you do is you interlock your hands behind your head, and, before you do that, you just sit up, or you can stand up, and then you keep your body forward, and then you just turn your head all the way as far as you can to the left, and then the other way, all the way as far as you can to the right. And so you'll kind of notice there might be some tension there, and it's just kind of notable. That's the reason that you're moving your head that way, is to kind of make note of how it feels. And then what you do is you interlock your hands behind your head, and then you don't move your head or your body, you just move your eyes. Move your eyes all the way to the left, and you will keep them over there for, usually it doesn't take me that long, it takes me like 30 seconds, but a few seconds up to 3 minutes, just your eyes all the way to one side, let's say the left, until you get a deep sigh or a yawn, and then you will look the other way, just with your eyes, don't move your head. Again, 30 seconds to 3 minutes until you get a deep sigh or yawn. Then you will remove your hands from behind your head, and then you will turn your head all the way to the left, and then you'll move your head all the way to the right, and you'll actually notice that there's less tension there whenever you're moving your head, and you can note how it felt when you did it before the exercise. And for me, this is an easy and nice way to stimulate my vagal nerve, and it actually makes me feel more focused afterwards. It's just something that I've been incorporating lately, and I've been enjoying it. So those are the ways that I'm aware of how to stimulate your vagus nerve. I would say if I didn't do that exercise, then I would probably do the vagus nerve tapping on the happiness point in your chest. or maybe the vagus nerve massage, which is on your carotid artery. And I believe the exercise that I just, detailed, it's focusing on that muscle right there on your carotid. So it's kind of a similar exercise. But yeah, that's something that I want to share with you guys because I feel like over time especially, it's really beneficial for your well-being. I wanted to bring some awareness to the vagus nerve because it is a way to recenter yourself and rebalance whenever you're feeling a little off, and bringing awareness to how integral the vagus is to our whole system and what it can do and how stimulating it can better your health really puts you in the driver's seat of your own body. And no, it's not a magic fix-all, but it does allow you to be more aware and conscious of how your body is working internally and just be more mindful. And it is scientifically proven that it helps to reduce stress and it influences our body in many ways and it sends messages to the brain. So it's definitely not a hippy dippy woo woo type of thing. It definitely works. No, it's not going to rid you of rheumatoid arthritis, but it can make you more aware of your body and it can help to reduce some of the things that you're dealing with, if that makes sense. So let me know if you guys are interested in this, if you try it out, what you think about it. I would love to hear back from you. I'll leave an open-ended questionnaire on my Spotify for further discussion on this. And as always, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you next Monday, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for another episode.